Okay, cool. So, okay, so guys, so see here, basically what I'm trying to show is, I got a YAML file, okay, which I'm trying to, can you see my screen?
Yes, NVM.
Okay, so you can see here, what I'm trying to do today is, okay, so here, Docker point of view, I'm just trying to, okay, no containers are installed. So Kubernetes is starting. So basically, one file, this is one kind of YAML file, which I want to show you today. So if you take this YAML file and if you paste it in maybe PyCharm. So basically today what I'm trying to do is I want to run a Kubernetes YAML file on my local, and I want to explain what is this YAML file, how it look like. So this got all the ingredients which is required for us to run. So basically here, what I want to do, guys, see here, this is a Kubernetes file, and I want to run this Kubernetes file. Okay, and this Kubernetes file, just what I need to do is, I need to go and run a simple Kubernetes command, kubectl command. Okay. Please. Okay, so this kind of Kubernetes, you can see that this is the things I want to explain. Okay, so how I want to explain is, let us take a new YAML file, and here in this YAML file, if you see here, sample, okay, you can see that this is a sample YAML file. Okay, and see here, this is a YAML file. Okay, so a typical YAML file here, why I'm trying to run is, if I run this YAML file, you can actually see that it will install almost all the components here, including Kubernetes dashboard, and it also have some other services, okay, as a part of the dashboard. So basically, as I said last week, mainly that we have to look into the Kubernetes point of view. Config maps is one of the important thing. I think if you remember last week theory point of view, we got config maps, which will give the configuration. Okay, and we have this pods, which is nothing but the nodes, you can see here. And other point of view, you can see that we got a cluster which is having some replicas, which is nothing but how many copies of it. And we will also have some details. So basically, if you ask me what is Kubernetes at nutshell is, if you are able to, if you have one YAML file like this, it will have everything in it. So it have everything in it, and this Kubernetes file is what will be used. Okay, so my point of view, if we are able to successfully deploy this, okay, how to deploy this is nothing but we have to use a kubectl commands. Okay, I'm just trying to see if the Kubernetes is started. It's still starting, I don't know why, but once the Kubernetes started, I will show you. So what will happen is, in Kubernetes point of view, I think last week we discussed, there'll be some Kubernetes commands, and the basic Kubernetes commands I will show you. Okay, so Kubernetes cheat sheet point of view, see here. Okay, basically, I mean, we can actually use Kubernetes config is one of the things which we can actually config from the command line. So basically one thing that you need to learn is Kubernetes config is one command where we can see the config, okay, of basically Kubernetes is all about configuration, guys. If you are able to understand the configuration, and all configuration, then the Kubernetes will be done through YAML files. So what I'm trying to say today is, if you are able to, if you want to run Kubernetes, you need to use a command line called kubectl. Okay, kubectl. So this is a command line. You can see here, it got all these commands. And try to, kind of see, it is very self-explanatory. If you want, I can copy paste and keep it with you. And I can put it as your notes. Okay, the way that, okay. So you can see that this is the Kubernetes commands. Okay, so this is called kubectl commands. But now here you can see that there are a lot of things we can create, and we can apply, and we can run, we can set, we can expose, and all these things. Okay, see, these are the basic commands, guys. So my point of view, the main thing is you don't need to go in depth, but the main thing that is, one is Kubernetes apply. That is the main thing, or Kubernetes create. The both are almost same. So you can, if this is the main commands that we can use. Okay, so this will actually initiate the Kubernetes infrastructure or a cluster, and remaining things, okay, like run. Run means we can simply just run a single cluster. Okay, so single image on cluster. So you can keep on adding and deleting stuff. But main point of view, the main thing is create and apply. These are the two commands. Okay, remaining things, 99% any company will use that. Okay, and they will follow by a YAML file. So if you see the YAML file, this is the YAML file, and the YAML file's point of view, here we need to we need to describe the information about, first of all, YAML file point of view, what is the API version, and what kind of Kubernetes we are doing, and any data like that. This is the main thing, which is nothing but namespace. So namespace is nothing but, it is the main important, highly important, the highest level of Kubernetes kind of Kubernetes cluster. So we're creating a namespace, which is the main thing. So command line point of view, you need to know apply or create, and from there let us go into the YAML files. In YAML files, you can see here, you can create multiple hierarchy. You can see that you got one namespace, and under namespace you can see that there are multiple things like service, secrets, and config maps, roles, and cluster role, and role bindings, cluster role bindings. Okay, just to miss a little bit slow, sorry. The Kubernetes started, still starting. Okay, okay, so I'm starting it again. So here you can see that we got multiple things. So this is how you can see that you have multiple components. So if you ask me what you have to watch out in Kubernetes is YAML file. First thing is you need to have a namespace. Under namespace, what we will have? We will have different services. And few services are, now this is all the Kubernetes components. Last time we showed you an image. Based on that image, if you know, we have nodes, which is nothing but the actual nodes. We got config map. Interview point of this, what they will ask, what is config map? Config map is nothing but, it will give you the metadata about the cluster. Okay, so we can put like environment variables and stuff, okay, in config maps. Nodes are nothing but your actual Docker images. Okay, services, under services, they all will come. And you can see that in this cluster, we have roles. Maybe we can, here you can see that. What is this? The role here is, you can see that it is like for security purpose, there is one role. Okay, so there is something called API group called authorization. So what we can do, we can actually use some authorizations also. I mean, don't need to worry too much, but you can have multiple services like role binding, cluster role binding, deployment. So deployment is also very important. Deployments means it will have the information about deployments. 1 second, guys. Okay, so we will have these bindings, and we will have this deployment. So deployment will have information. I will show you in a minute once this cluster started. Okay, so I will show you. So you will have deployments, which will have the information about, deployment means like it can be like how, like the deployment information, like, your AWS details and kind of where it will be deployed, and basically any dependencies. It's like, kind of a mini Jenkins. Okay, so you can get the information about the deployments. Okay, that is one kind of service. And the other kind of service, okay, is again a service, a simple service, it's actual service, deployment. Okay, and like this, you can see that this whole cluster I create, we have having lot of things. So this all information, how it will be applicable is, you can see that simply if I go to my, so what I'm doing here, see here, I got one URL that I got it for you. I will go to kubectl, see here, and apply and then run it. Oh yeah, you need to put IFNF, okay. Okay, let me check. Okay, so okay, here it is trying to, okay, let's do one thing. Is it showing localhost? Okay, well, let me just check one thing, guys. So it was working just before. Selector namespace Kubernetes. What it is saying, it just worked before. Deploy YAML, the connection to the server 51856. Okay, maybe something is running. Let us see.
For me, it's working, sir. Just.
Oh, is it? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
For me, I think the port is working. Port is this one. What is that command to see the ports? I always forget. Okay, what is the port number? Five one 51958. Okay. Okay, nothing is there. Okay. Then why it's not working? Okay, can you share your screen?
Okay, I'm sharing.
Yeah. My system is becoming too old. I'm actually waiting for September 14th to buy a new one.
Yeah. Just enter this.
Oh, nice. Unchanged dashboard. Okay, okay, very nice. So can you now just go to that port number and the UI put in the browser? That 51. Okay, very nice, excellent. So things are running. So unchanged, so it is running. So you can actually see the stuff. Okay, can you just go to the browser and can you type that port number?
This one?
443.
No, where is the
Just go to the browser and type localhost.
local host?
Okay, and you need to try 2 to 3 ports. I'll tell you. 51.
443.
Yeah, 44. Give it go with 443.
Client sent an HTTP request to the HTTP server.
That's fine. Go with 8443. 8.
Local host.
Yeah, 8443.
Are you able to see
Yeah.
the screen? Yeah, okay.
8443.
Local host.
-8 443. Yeah. So actually, see, the pit is pinging. That's fine. And now try with 51. This one 51955 51958 51958 58. Yeah.
5158.
Yeah.
It's not showing.
Type HTTP. Okay. One thing. Okay. Do one thing. Can you just go to your command line? Can you share the whole screen? I'll tell you.
Oh. Mm.
Okay. I see there's a UI which we will be able to see. Or there was one other thing that you can do. Okay. Can you type K9? Okay, 1 second. Let me actually tell you one thing. Give me 1 second. Type K9S.
K9. Yes.
SS Kubernetes. Yeah. Enter.
That's it.
Yeah.
Command not found.
Type
K8S.
K8S.
Not found.
Okay. I'll do one thing. Okay. Type kubectl expose. Kubectl expose. EXPOSE. AXX.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Example is also one argument. Okay. File name. That's fine. Okay. Give me one thing. Do you have Minikube? Type Minikube. K. Minikube. K. Okay. Because basically your Kubernetes cluster is running. Do one thing. Brew install Minikube. Brew install Minikube. Okay. So basically, I want to show you the UI, guys, or at least because this actually in your computer your cluster is running. Okay, Venki. But the problem is we are not able to see them. Okay. The only thing is fine. We can't see them. To make it visible. See, I mean everything we can't do through the command line. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm trying to show you the whole cluster using a
installed Minikube.
Perfect. Minikube start space start start. Yeah. Okay, it's starting. Just wait. Okay. Okay, I think, yeah, it is taking some time, but guys, basically here only thing is if you're able to just produce the UI, you should be able to see all the deployments and all these things. Okay, so just okay, just wait. Oh my God. Hmm. Because
Taking time.
yeah, so basically Minikube is like AWS, guys, as I said last week. Okay. So just wait and then we will see. Okay, I will give you one nice link. Open that meanwhile.
Creating token cannot. Yeah.
Give you one nice link. Okay, open that link. Send. Yeah, I think can you share your whole screen? If you don't mind.
It's not showing the whole screen.
Yeah, stop and do it. Stop sharing and again share.
Okay. It's not showing.
Okay, 1 second. If not, I will give you some fantastic other comments. Okay. Okay, cool. Go to your nice. So go to your Docker at the top.
Yeah.
Okay, I had given, yeah. So now in the click on the Kubernetes once, just wait, just Kubernetes up, just, yeah, click on that and wait. Yeah, it's Minikube context. So see, this is the thing, guys. Now it is running in Minikube context, which is fine. So all the commands will run on Minikube. Now go back to your command line and see what is happening.
Yeah, it's ready.
Okay, show me.
Oh, okay. Why is not showing?
Okay, no, go to command prompt. So, okay, now start Minikube dashboard command, Minikube dashboard command. Minikube space dashboard. Yeah, Minikube space dashboard.
Yeah, the cluster, the dashboard is open.
See, nice.
But we got error.
Open your see again why your screen. Can you share the whole screen, because is the browser opening or no?
Browser. Yeah, browser is open.
But we can't see it.
We
Can
can-
you just stop? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So now, okay, 1 second. This is fine. This is exactly what I want to see. Okay. See, because now what happened? You have to deploy it again, because previously there is no Minikube. So can you actually run the previous command on your computer, on your command line?
Okay.
Open the command line. So now, see, this is the Minikube cluster, guys. So sorry, this is the Minikube UI. Can you all see this? See, you can see here. services, ingresses, config map, everything. So right now nothing is there because the config that we need to apply our a YAML file here. So if you Venki, if you go to your command line, please.
Yeah.
Open a new one. Open a new browser.
Okay.
Now I'm giving one command to you. Run that command. In a new command line. Okay. Keep it open.
Okay.
Okay. Now whatever I had given, paste it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Enter. Enter.
One second. Well, just check 3 times.
LL. Yeah, enter.
Yeah.
Okay, now go to your browser.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, refresh.
It's not showing the page isn't working.
Okay, now go to command line and then type Minikube. So basically,
The
you're
new one.
stopped.
Yeah. Minikube.
Minikube.
Minikube starts here.
Yeah, start. Space start. Yeah. See, basically your context is fine. So means everything should go. Okay, so once the see, think simple guys. Minikube is like a server, like a AWS. It's like a thing. Okay, so now okay, perfectly fine. Default namespace. Now can you run the command which I had given? kubectl apply and that YAML file.
Okay.
Just paste it. Yes, enter.
You give me
Enter.
2.3.1. No, not that one. Just give me.
Oh, why it is 2.0 point something.
And it took the previous one. Just sharing the other one.
No, that's fine. Enter it. That's fine. Go ahead. Array, yeah. Doesn't matter. Everything is same. kubectl
Oh,
apply.
search bar.
That one.
Oh, okay.
Space apply -f. Yes, space enter. Yes, enter. Perfect. All the best.
Yeah.
But that's fine. Now go to your now type Minikube start. Minikube dashboard. Yes, that's it. So maybe you can see that the cluster role is kind of it is not able to overwrite, but it will say. So you can see that, guys. See, if you see here, services configured, service hour configured, role is configured, cluster role configured, role building, deployment is done. Everything is there. So you can see that in the left hand side, whatever Venki is doing, because it is using that YAML file from internet. So YAML file is somewhere in internet, but you can apply it from the internet. Don't worry, because it need to read the values. That's it. Now what it is happening? It configured your Kubernetes. Okay, so only thing is Kubernetes running on now Minikube cluster. The only thing is we have to see the UI. That's it. Okay, let's just wait. It will open the UI. Then from there, whatever the YAML files that we had, that we can see on his machine. Just open your browser meanwhile and see if something happening.
It's not working, sir.
Open your browser and what is the proxy? No, just localhost you got the tab, the localhost tab. Not this one, man. You got one opened already tab. Yeah.
Okay.
Give oh no, not this port number. Port number you have to get from command line. Open your command line. You are full screen, man. Can you just make it like small screen so that you can navigate? Because
it's not showing this around. Otherwise,
that's fine. So I think your port number, if I'm correctly understanding your system, your port number will be, I think it is still proxying, it is verifying the proxy health.
Yeah.
But your IP address will be localhost, and I think 526 something like that. Previously, can you go up?
This is the only one.
Yeah, 516 something like that. Okay, can you open a other one? Because basically I can see that previously you had that, right? The previous URL.
Yeah. Previous one, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that try to open that. It might already running. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It might be already running, but we are missing the IP address. That's it. Okay. So if you open the Chrome and go to history.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to the first one. Yeah.
54887.
Okay. Just till go open till dashboard, because I can see there's a 2 URLs here. Just go to namespace. Can you cut that second part of it?
Which one? This one?
From HTTP, yes. Till HTTP. No. In the middle there's HTTP. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here?
Yeah, cut that bit. The right hand bit. It is running, I can see, yes. Yeah, not that side, man, this side. So cutting the other way around. Can you just type?
Yeah, which one?
The other side, HTTP right side. In the middle, you got your URL is wrong, actually. That's the problem. You should just till services, it should be there.
Okay.
Can you delete till that services? Yeah. Properly. Yes. Slowly. Yeah, slowly. Yeah, that's it. Enter. Okay, you can see that. See, this is what I'm telling. Okay, you can see that This whole thing is configured and you got the things running. So means your Kubernetes is working. Okay, means it is all working. Only thing is you can see here services means it is showing the what are the services that you had mentioned, it is there. So that is the thing. And if you put instead of services in the URL like deployments, you can see what had been deployed. Instead of services, type deployments. Yeah. Where to go? Yes, or deployment. What is the service name? Okay, that's fine. So basically you are almost there. My point of view, that dashboard should work. Okay, so go back to your proxy, go back to command line. I think see Kubernetes is 100% working. I can see services are working, everything, but right now only API services are there. Can you kill this again? Control C and start again. Kill it. Control C and up Minikube dashboard. Up arrow, just type up arrow. Yes, hit enter. Okay, so basically, it's taking a lot of time. Can you give me a control for a minute, if possible? Okay. Can you do control C? Can you kill it? Venkat, once, please. Control C. And now type Minikube stop, Minikube start. And yeah, stop. I don't know why it's really annoying. Really annoying. It should see dashboard should start straight away. I don't know why that proxy thing blocking. Okay, and now yeah, just start Minikube start. And then type Minikube dashboard. Okay, so now it is running. And you can see that. Perfect. Now Minikube dashboard. Really frustrated. Why it is not running? Is there any proxy launching proxy health? Okay, let me Google it. 1 second, Venki. Can you also do one thing? Venki, can you run one command, which I'll give it to you in a new window. Click on the first. I think this is one thing going on. Let us see the other tab. Other tab once, please. What is the first tab? Can you click on that? The two terminals running, Venki. Can you just try to see what is going on other terminal? Can you just click on the first tab? Yeah. Click on that. Click on the tab, please. Venki, can you click on the tab? Click there. Click. Venki? Okay, Venki, can you hear me? Venki?
Sriram.
Yeah. Can you click on can you click on the first tab, please? First, the other tab.
Yeah, this is the first tab.
No, the
And
other
this
tab.
is this is the second tab.
Okay, can you kill both of them, because I think they're all fighting each other. Can you kill both of them, because two things doing the same thing? The other tab also. Click on other tab. Wait. Click on other tab. Wait. Click on other tab. Can you just
Yeah, this one.
the first tab? Yeah, go to first tab.
Yeah, this is the first tab.
Okay, so both are closed right now.
Yeah, I'm going to close now. Both. I stopped, just stopped, you know.
Everything. Can you
You want-
close the whole command prompts, because I think there was something
Okay.
on. Yes. Okay. Now can you
Yeah.
share your screen, the whole screen, and try to start. Just type a Minikube dashboard. Okay.
Why it's not sharing the whole screen, just sharing only one term?
Because you may have multiple screens, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, because it will only share one screen. Okay, that's fine. This is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, type Minikube dashboard. Yes. See?
Oh my God, yeah, that is the problem.
Yeah. Now see your browser somewhere. Your browser is
Yes.
open somewhere. Can you show me your browser?
Yeah.
Because yeah, this is the thing. Okay. Now click on the. I think it's all done. Can you click on config maps? Because the namespace is not default. We had given a namespace. Okay. Click on config maps, please. See here. This is what I'm telling. It is all deployed properly. Okay. Now see here. Click on this. We can see the certificates. This is your certificate. And click on secrets. This is your secrets, which we have just kind of invested. And can you click on? See now, guys, all the left menu is Kubernetes. Okay, so anything you click, example, if you go to pods, main thing, yeah, you can see that namespaces. So that Kubernetes namespace is what you have done. So click on the namespaces again. Click on the first namespace. This is what we deployed. If you remember our config map, we have that as a Kubernetes dashboard is our namespace. Click on that namespace, please.
Yes,
No, the
yeah.
Kubernetes dashboard namespace.
Kubernetes.
In the right side. Yeah, click on that. See, now this is the information, guys. This is what we got everything. So now go down. This is the information which is coming from the Kubernetes. See here, events. And we got, see, it started a container, stopped a container. Everything is here. So now
So
if
whatever we've done, everything is showing everything here.
everything is here, yes. Okay, so this is the whole world of Kubernetes. Left hand side, go anywhere, whatever in the config map. You go to config map once. Config map, yeah, whatever we have done. See here, that is there. Config maps are there, and services are there. Cron jobs, we haven't have a Cron job. Deployments, go to deployments. See, the problem is you are clicking on the default namespace. In the top, instead of default namespace, yeah, click on the menu. There's a drop down here, see default in the top. In the top, a little bit up.
Yeah.
Click on the Kubernetes, come down.
This one.
Yeah, come down. Yeah, the dashboard. Yes, this is what. Now see here. Now you can see the pods. So this is the pods. This is the guys, this is what the nodes which we had discussed last week. So here it got all the information. So now you have to map this with your config map.
Okay.
Okay, this is exactly what I want to show you from last few days, but my system is not working. So now you can see that everything which is there in your YAML file will be here. Okay, so this you can cross check. See, go to pods, deployments, go to pods. So now this is the pods. Okay, see here they're all running. So basically this is nothing but servers. It's a Docker images. These are all. Okay. So now if you go to do last thing, go to that GitHub I had given, right? That config map I had given you. Yeah, click on that tab. Yes. See,
Okay.
guys, this is the only two things. So left hand, whatever we had seen, service account, secret, come down. Everything that we had here is there in the See the roles, everything is there in that Kubernetes cluster UI. So basically, this is what Kubernetes can do.
Can we do it at least one deployment, Sriram? Is it possible now?
Deployments.
Yeah.
See, deployment means you need to put basically you need to put some image.
Yeah.
So basically, example, you want Nginx. So you need to get that Nginx Docker configuration and put in the Kubernetes. Then you can actually deploy the Nginx. So that's not so easy. We need to kind of, get some, you need to do from scratch actually. So I can send you some sample. See, basically YAML file. You need to get the YAML file. Example, I will send you some samples. You need to get a YAML file which will deploy a Nginx server on Kubernetes.
Okay.
That's it. So like that, I'll send you some sample and you people can have to do the same thing. Kubernetes apply and YAML file. That's it. Then you will have Nginx or web service or websites or APIs, everything can be deployed. Okay. So this is a platform, Venki. So this platform, it can be helpful to do anything. But only thing is, if you know how to write the config maps, sorry, the YAML files, that's it. You're done with your Kubernetes technically. Okay. Do you want some sample files?
Yeah, send us in a sample files in WhatsApp. We can play around.
And you can run them and you can see the outcome. Okay, guys, is making sense?
Sriram, the morning I was tried, the normal dashboard, the Kubernetes dashboard with like a create. So here is the, no, not here. Yeah, this is the create option, right? Yes, okay. It didn't work for me. Yes, the morning. Create from import.
So you need to have Minikube, man. Then all things will work. But default Docker server, we will not have this many options.
Okay. Can you share some YAML files we can play around? So that's fine. Hello?
Yeah, sorry, I'm on mute. Yeah, so basically, this is what Kubernetes is, like a platform, but anything else will be company specific. Okay, but companies, example, they're looking for any kind of Selenium, for an example. You need to browse internet and get the Selenium's config map, sorry, YAML files, Kubernetes files, and deploy it. That's it. Okay. Okay, Venki. So if you don't have anything else, guys, then we can wrap it up. And the next week, I will have a session, maybe some afternoon session or something like that, where we will discuss about the live project and other things, okay, which I want to discuss. Okay. Okay, guys, I will share this video, and we will catch up next week on the next steps. Okay, guys, thank you. And yeah, please, anything else, let me know. We can talk one-to-one. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye, Trinath.
Bye, Sri.